Hey guys, can you hear me? Hi guys, can you hear me? Hi Peter. Hi Elizabeth. Can you guys hear me? Hey guys, can you hear me? So sorry, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, all right. So I'm glad that you guys can see me again now. So sorry about that. We got disconnected a little bit. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Let me welcome all of you guys. And for those who are joining us for the first time, let me welcome you. And I really hope that you will enjoy today's webinar. Remember, remember to ask me any questions. And also, my name is Mo, and I'm from Johannesburg in South Africa. Sorry, guys, please excuse my voice as I have a little bit of flu, but I'm feeling better. So if you can hear me well, or there's a word that you're missing, or you don't understand, you can always write down on the chat box, and I will definitely respond to you guys. If you have any questions, you can write it down. Okay. So guys, we've already wasted time. So what I'm going to do is just a second, guys. Oh my God. Okay, I'm just going to do this quickly so that we can start. So guys, today's webinar session is about information technology. How many of us are in IT? How many people are in IT or they work in IT? How many of you guys? Who works in IT? Who works in IT? You can just write down on the chat box. Oh, that is great, Robert. That's wonderful. So some of us who are not in IT, we will definitely learn words and vocabulary that are related to IT, okay? And for those who are in IT, you will get to learn words and vocabulary that you can use in your workplace environment. Remember to ask me any questions, okay? And let's get started. So today we will learn about information technology, phrasal verbs, and feel free to ask any questions, okay? So now I want you guys to tell me something is wrong again. Please try to refresh because everything seems to be okay on my side. Please refresh, okay? Please refresh. So guys, what phrasal verbs related to information technology do you know? What phrasal verbs related to IT do you know? Back up. Very good. Well done. That's definitely a very good word. Download. Yes. And what else? Input, yes. Play load, yes. Yes, upload. And something else, the last one. All right, okay. Output, very good. Well done, guys. I'm so proud of you guys. Okay, so remember, let me take you guys back to what a phrasal verb is because I can see some of you guys, you just write one word, okay? So, what is a phrasal verb? So, guys, a phrasal verb is a phrase that's made up of a verb and another word or two. Usually a preposition, but sometimes an adverb. So before we can talk about English phrasal verbs, it's important to understand what verbs, prepositions, and adverbs are. First, let's look at a verb. So a verb is an action word. It describes something happening, for example, hearing or seeing. And it's also a state of being, for example, to live or to sleep, or an action being done, to read or to sing, okay? A preposition is a word that describes the relationship between two words. For example, the bees are above the table or under the table, but not inside the table. Prepositions mainly deal with the location or direction. For example, on, through, around, and for example, at a time, by 7 o'clock, around 10 o'clock, or at a certain time, okay? And an adverb is a word that describes a verb. For example, you can run quickly or slowly and arrive to class early or late, okay? So those are verbs, preposition and adverbs that could be used with a phrasal verb. So now that you know what those are, the verb and prepositions, you're ready to start putting them together into phrasal verbs, okay? So phrasal verbs work by changing the verb's meaning based on the preposition that follows them. It's easier than you think, guys. So, do you already know? You probably know a number of phrasal verbs. For example, let's look at this sentence here. So, come on, let's learn some phrasal verbs. So, these words come on in the sentence are a phrasal verbs. So, the words come on its own means move towards something together with the preposition on. Though the phrase become come on, it becomes the phrase of encouragement. So there are many phrasal verbs out there. So English phrasal verbs are everywhere. So one of the best ways to learn them is to try to listen for them. So these phrases are commonly used and would not be unusual to hear in a conversation. You hear a verb used together with another word very often. That might be a phrasal verb, okay? So it's just two words, okay? Remember, two words that are used together, okay? So if you're not sure whether a phrase is a phrasal verb or just a verb that happened to be spoken with a preposition, try looking it up. Most dictionaries have entries for phrasal verbs, so look the phrase up to be sure. You can also look up the phrase in the online Oxford Phrasal Verb Dictionary, which is an excellent resource, so save that link. Some phrasal verb meanings are quite obvious, like fall down, but most are like idioms since they can't be literally translated. So to make them easier to learn, you can try to group the phrasal verbs into categories, okay? So phrasal verbs are just like verbs. You can use them anywhere they make sense. Usually, the verb and preposition in a phrasal verb need to be said together. Like in the phrase fall down, in some cases, though you can separate the verb and the preposition by putting other words in between them. For example, the phrase turn off can be used just like that, or it can be interrupted by stating what you're turning off. So in other words, you can say turn off the TV, but you can also say turn the TV off. So both of these are correct, okay? So guys, now let's look at some words, okay? So I've already explained what a preposition is, okay? But I'll just repeat some of this, okay? So this is the grammar, a word or a group of words that is used with a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase to show direction, location, or time, or to introduce an object. An adverb is still grammar. This is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, another adverb, or a sentence, and that is often used to show time, the manner, the place, or degree. Informal is an adjective which is of language, meaning relaxed in tone, not suited for serious or official speech and writing. Cable, this is a noun. It means a group of wires, glass fibers, and etc. covered in plastic or rubber and used to carry electricity or electrical signal, okay? So guys, we have more vocabulary. The next one that we have is upgrade. This means an occurrence in which one thing is replaced by something better, newer, more valuable, and etc. Browser, this is a computer program that is used to find and look at information on the internet. Specific, this is an adverb having a particular function or effect. Opt, this is a verb, is to choose to do or be involved in something. Filter is to remove something unwanted by using a filter. And the last word that we have is sperm. For example, email that is not wanted, or email that is sent to larger number of people, and that consists mostly of advertising. So guys, don't worry, you can still have a reload. You can still reload this webinar session again, so that you can actually have, what is this? You can have this webinar again. You can still choose some of the vocabulary. You can still choose to do some of this, take some of these notes at your own time, okay? I hope you guys understand that, okay? All right, okay, so moving on to the next page. Let's look at some more phrasal verbs, okay? So guys, you've already identified some of this. So I'm just going to read the phrasal verb, the meaning, and also the example, okay? So the first one that we have is log in or sign in. It can be used as a verb and as a noun. Let's look at it as a verb, to connect to a computer using a username and a password. As a noun, this is a page or act of registering permission to use a program. For example, to begin, log in to your desktop system. Okay? The next one is hook up. This means to connect wires from machines to a power source or other machines. Would you please help me hook up the internet cable? The next one is power up or turn on. This is to provide power to a machine. Press the red button to power up your table. And boot up means begin running a computer system. It's boot up, or start up. Wait a second. My computer is booting up, okay? Or sometimes you can hear people saying rebooting, okay? So that still means the same thing, all right? Okay, so let's look at the next one, which is setup. Setup, let's look at this. This is to install a new computer program or assemble. Just a Okay, guys, so sorry about that. Let's actually move on, and let's look at the next word, which is pull down. Pull down means choose from a menu of options in a computer application, extending down from the action bar like a window blind. As a noun, this is a menu of options, okay? So, for example, look for the file menu and pull down to save as, okay? The next one is click on, means to move a mouse over an item and press to select. Click on the start menu to begin. And we have scroll up or scroll down. This means to move slowly to the top or bottom of a text. The news story was so long I had to scroll down a lot to read it all. Okay? Those are the words. So guys, we still have more. Do you guys have any questions so far? Okay, I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. I'm so sorry, Isabella. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm just going to continue with this. Please write down if you didn't hear. Okay, so the next one is run out of. Okay, this means exhaust a supply of something. Okay, for example, you will run out of the disk space if you save copies of all your emails. So I've seen some of you guys wrote backup, which means to make an extra copy of a file. For example, be sure to back up your files before you change systems. And the last one is printout. This is to send an electronic document to a printer or a printed document. I have to print out the directions before I leave home. Okay? So guys, we have more, and this would be our last. Okay, I hope you guys learned something. Let's look at this one. And the next one is hack into. Hack into means enter a computer or network illegally. And someone hacked into my bank and stole millions of dollars. And the next one is go down. This means to stop operating properly. I cannot send any emails because the server went down. Wipe out means completely erase or delete files. So before you donate your computer, be sure you wipe out the hard drive. The next one is pop up. This means to appear suddenly, or an advertisement that appears suddenly on a computer screen. So if you want to see the ads, turn on your pop-up blocker. Okay, so these are some of the words that we have learned today. Okay, so guys, what is an example of information technology that you know? Can you guys answer those questions? What is an example of information technology? Can you give example? Let's hear. Computer, very good, Peter. Yes, it's computer. So guys, what is the purpose of social media? What is the purpose of social media? To communicate, yes, To keep in touch with friends, yes. That is true. And what do you use the internet for? Sharing information, yes, that is also good. And what do you guys use the internet for? Let's hear. For email research, my work tool, to download some publication, or to email. Yes. Very good, guys. All right. Okay. And that brings me to the end of our webinar. Do you have any questions? All right. Okay. So let's quickly do this. Did you find the webinar useful? Did you learn some new words? Any questions? Okay. I don't see any questions. So thank you so much, guys. Let's do the last poll, the last question. Would you like to participate in similar events in the future? So guys, thank you so much. I really had a great time with all of you guys. And thank you. You must have a great night. And thank you. Thank you so much, guys. I'm glad that you have learned something from me today. Have yourself a great night. Dobranoc. Thank you.